Hello, this is Dr. J back with some more Let's Play R-Type Tactics 2 Operation Bitter Chocolate. Last episode, after many attempts, some of which were off-screen, we finally cleared my nemesis, the Fort Garrod Siege mission. Now we move on to new content. It is totally blind from here, and we shall find out if the difficulty level is just now at a permanently high plateau, or if the Fort Garrod mission, this is certainly what I'm hoping, was kind of a temporary big spike. While sailing to Saturn, we encountered some Bido. Engage and destroy them. Well, that is like the most generic R-type mission ever. 25 turn time limit. But if we don't have to traverse a huge map and fight our way through massive waves of enemies, 25 turn time limit is not necessarily a big issue. Basically, the whole thing that made the previous map difficult was that time limit. On the way to the abandoned Saturn base grid that was destroyed by the Bido, a reaction occurred in front of the fleet. A Bido herd was confirmed, but the A-class Bido from headquarters scouting reports is not among them. Anyway, at the sight of these ominous Bido, I instinctively want to attack. I instinctively want to attack them. That impulse could not be held back. I just received notice that the fleet is ready for battle. The Bido are about to launch an attack. Bring it on, you biomechanical space scum. Okay, you know what? Something just belatedly occurred to me. We get to do my favorite thing. False start. Because if we're going to be fighting a bunch of Bido, I ought to be deploying my specific anti-Bido units. That only makes sense. So, who do we want to reassign? I probably don't need 3 warheads. That feels a little excessive. So Kipling Squad, you're now in the Principality. And that means that one of my Standard Force C's, Rory, you shall be reassigned to the Fire Force. There we go. We have our specialized anti-Bido weapons ready to go now. We will just rush through the opening journal entry. And now that we've done that, obviously we want our scout just like always. Do I want my destroyer? Maybe. It didn't do a whole lot in the previous mission, but yeah, we'll give it another chance to shine. Biggest problem with the destroyer is it has garbage range. It has to get really close to anything to shoot it. Sometimes it feels like it has to be right on top of something to shoot at it, and it feels odd to have this big ship that takes up 4 hexes that can only fire like 1 hex around itself. I'm not a big fan of the feel of that. But we'll give it a chance to prove itself. Alright, of course we'll bring our best units, which aside from our Principality anti-Bido specialized unit, will also include Across the Rubicon and its tentacly flexible force. Now, the warheads are pretty good. They have a very wide-hitting wave cannon, so we'll take these. Probably going to want... Oh, I have not left enough room for a transport, so let me fix that. I mean, I've left enough room for a transport, but not both of them, and there's no reason not to take them. They're basically free. How do I reassign? Oh, there we go. Okay, I was... Sorry. Derping like crazy already. There, that's what I was trying to unassign. Good grief. It's not going to be a Dr. J play without lots of derping no matter what, I guess. my defense, both the Principality and the Cross the Rubicon are red. They're the only 2 red units, so kinda easy to, if you're kind of tired like I am at the moment, mix them up. Alright, Principality and Fire Force go in this one. And Flexible Force and Cross the Rubicon shall go in the other. There we go. And right, I was also definitely going to bring along a Warhead. And its Standard Force C. We can put our other Warhead and its force in the Destroyer. Let us also include a Grace Note and its defensive force. And then a POW armor for resupplying. Well, it's a small map. With a map this tiny, I'm not expecting the 25 turn limit to become a factor. So that's encouraging. I'm actually going to make one of my transports the flagship because I want the Hraesvelgr to be in the front mixing it up, which means it could get destroyed and then we would lose, so one of the Jormungandrs will be our command ship. There is a single spoil on this map. And what do you have to say, Hiroko? Using the backside of the central rock, we could strategically ambush the enemy. You mean like where we start? Or do you mean here? Once again, a completely symmetrical map. I feel like some of these ultra-symmetrical maps could be like meant for multiplayer or something. Alright, well that didn't take long. What the heck is that? Is a sexy gel? Am I reading that right? A sexy jelly. Aggressive gel moving at a very slow speed. Can damage approaching enemies with an explosion. And it fires a sexy wave. What? What? What is this nonsense? It can blow itself up, so it's got like a decoy detonate. And it can fire a sexy wave. What is even happening? I feel like I'm playing Langrisser in a secret Choaniki level or something. Okay. Whatever. Let us counter their kamikaze units with a decoy then, I suppose. And we'll send another decoy down underneath, along with the Cross the Rubicon. Start moving our warhead into position. And the other warhead. The scaling in this game is very odd. I mean, we're fighting in the vastness of space, and yet we have warships taking up a whole bunch of hexes, and then their range is so bad they can just barely shoot around themselves, and it just, when you think about the scale, it just seems really odd and off. I just kind of let it go because I figure it's just sort of a game mechanic, so you just consider the gameplay implications of it and don't take it too literally as a very literal representation of what's supposed to be happening. And in that sense, It's usually fine. Occasionally, even from a mechanical gameplay perspective, it feels a little awkward. Most especially, as I've said multiple times, with giant bulky warships with range so bad that they can barely shoot at things right next to them. And then forces that somehow can't attack warships because they can't move at the part that's considered a target. They can't move next to the part that's considered a target. That's just odd too. But anyway. Okay, we've got a Bido force approaching. And is that a beta? No, it's a sexy dynamite. What's up with all the sexy units? Or is this a sexy Bido force? Okay, so the sexy dynamite has a Bido shot and oculoids. No wave cannon, apparently. Its description is uniformed by viscous material, better as self-repair than other Bido units. Okay, so it's a regenerator. Go ahead and pick up the spoils. Alright, what kind of force is this? A sexy force. Okay, this really is the sexy Bido fleet. Force formed from a viscous substance. And we have another sexy jelly, okay. Look, don't blame me, I didn't name these things. I'm just reading what the game is telling me. Alright, so we know that this is slow and moves one space at a time. So it should be fairly safe to move my warhead to here. Do I want to detach my force? Well, my wave cannon is not going to be ready to fire anytime soon, so I might want the better firepower. On the other hand, we can attack two separate things if it's detached. I guess we'll make that decision at the beginning of the next turn. We don't need to decide right now. This one I am going to detach so that I can move it to the front of my fighter. And let's try to get the decoy closer to the action. Well, Destroyer, you might have a hard time participating here as well because it's so cramped. Unless you can fight enemies that try to come over the ridge, the weird curly asteroid thing. Alright, and cross the Rubicon, you're going to try this fancy underneath flanking maneuver. Accompanied by a transport. Grace Note. Can go here. And my anti-Bido fighter. Tell you what. Detach. Move to here. And then reattach. Except I can't reattach immediately, but that's fine. Doesn't matter. Go ahead and resupply the Grace Note. And let's see. I guess this transport can bring up the rear here. I won't bother making a decoy right now because it's so cramped, such a traffic jam, the decoy would only get in the way at the moment. Looks like the enemy didn't see me, and they just stumbled right into me. Let's respond with the spread laser. Search laser is more accurate, though. Let's use that instead. Oh, I forgot to turn the animations back on. Oh, no. No, my animations. I wanted them on. I forgot. Okay, that's fine. We didn't miss much. Yeah, I'm derping again. There, we haven't even been getting to see what kind of environment we're fighting in. Okay, we've got another sexy dynamite coming in this direction. Across the Rubicon. Best one to use is probably the double nail laser. It looks like we can get close enough to use it. Alright, yeah, we get to see Saturn and its rings in the background. Okay, why can't I fire from there? Odd. I don't quite understand. What about from here? Okay, I can fire from here. Do I not understand the area of effect of the double nail laser? Fine, we'll use the tentacle laser then. Oh yeah, let's turn on the disguise. And now for the main event. It's real crowded in here. What's better? Detach and attack separately, or... Let's go ahead and try that. I still don't have a good feel for when it's overall better to keep a force attached to get more powerful attacks, or to detach it so it can ram things and the fighters can use their missiles, which are weak but not too pathetic. Wow, that was a lot of damage considering there was only one left. Alright, can you finish it off? I wonder if those sexy jellies can move in Kamikaze in the same turn. Because if so, I don't want to end that close to them. Let's not risk it, I suppose. Oh, should I reattach you? Let's try it. See what kind of attacks you can muster. L45 laser. I'm feeling doing a force ram would have been better. We didn't even finish it. Move that decoy in. Make a target of it. Also, I see some enemy mechs. Games! Games is a famous one. Oh, it has a wave cannon and it's ready to fire. It just fires straight ahead. Has rapid... It charges in 2 turns, good lord. I don't think that it can hit anything important right now. No, it doesn't appear so. But let's keep that thing in mind. Maybe I should fire a desync shot, just in case the enemy has some synced units. I'm going to keep the grace note to where I can move it either up and over or down through the middle. Alright. Heat Fighter, what can you accomplish here? What kind of missiles do you have? Just contact, nothing special. It gets its powerful abilities by attaching to its force. So... Okay, but it's not in range. Alright, sexy Bido Force. Oh, it was a decoy. I should have destroyed it. Well, so much for my decoy, but that's why it exists, so that's okay. Oh, there was gains. What's it firing at? Oh no! I crossed the Rubicons. Oh my gosh, they're basically toast then. Well, that was disastrous. I didn't know that was there. Hey, I can fire my double nail laser. Am I about to lose my Cross the Rubicon squadron? Wow, that's really interesting. Okay, they're still alive somehow. I'm glad we got to see that special attack. It's pretty weird looking. I vaguely remember that attack from R-Type Final, I think. I would love to be able to hit that enemy group here with some wave cannons. You have a wave cannon ready. Now, they'll be able to counter with their wave cannons, but I think it'll be worth it. Even if I lose the Principality. Yeah, that... Well, that donut shape really gets me. Dang. Hold on. I think that... What if we fire so it hits that? Can I wrap it around to hit both of those guys? I need to get this thing out of the way. And we can soften up... What's most important to soften up? The force is nearly dead, so a wave cannon will get it. Let's soften up the gains. So instead of a squadron of mechs, it's just one big mech. Okay, from here, you should be able to fire a better wave cannon. The donut shape on its wave cannon is bizarre. That's more like it. There we go. Nice. Very nice. Okay. Here... Yeah, I'm amazed you're alive. Let's try to keep you that way. So that's my decoy. Retreat into the transport for repairs. Move the decoy forward. See if we can trick them into letting us detonate in their faces. Hey, the Race Velger can attack something. Its tracer missiles are like its only weapon that actually has decent range that can shoot around it at a distance. Now these I don't think are a major threat. Rebos. Yeah, it has low endurance and equipped with only basic weaponry. They're just a nuisance at worst. Alright, hopefully this can finish off the gains with a Force Ram. It's only at 31 hit points. Beautiful. Now we get to figure out how effective the Sexy Jelly's kamikaze attacks are. Although, can I finish that one off so that we don't have to find out? That would be ideal. Alright, at 18 hit points, this should finish it. Alright. Fire Force. Right, you attach to the Principality. Ah, your wave cannon's ready. I guess you can go over the top. Maybe? No, it looks like going down here will work out better, actually. Yeah, go ahead and do that then. How far can you travel? Not very. I mean, it's very speedy, but there's a lot of debris in the way. I'm going to want my scout in a position where I can send it a little farther forward next turn. How's everybody doing on fuel? Worth making a decoy now? Perhaps. Maybe not yet. Okay. Going reasonably well so far. Certainly not worried about losing to timeout. Okay, so it reduced that squadron to one fighter. Oh, what is this? It's firing a fat missile launcher. Well, that's very literal. I think this is our first time seeing a Baito battleship. They're attacking the decoy, that's fantastic. It's really beating up on my force. Pretty uneventful. Okay. Should I just detonate this guy? Yeah, let's do it. This is the time. We only get one enemy, but as far as detonations go, even one enemy is good, and we completely wiped out their squadron. Alright, I want to reset the Gaines' wave cannon. Go across the Rubicon, show them your power. With your photon torpedoes. Excellent. Now, what are you? Boldo. Armored Baito lifeform, larger than a cruiser and capable of storing, repairing, and resupplying small Baito. Has a hangar that can hold 3 units, has a bow gun that charges in 3 turns. There it is. And it is charged and ready, the Gaybolg. Beam cannon installed near the bow of the Boldo with power comparable to Earth's cruisers. And there's the Fat Missile Launcher, so it's got 3 distinct sections, it appears. I have wave cannons ready, multiple wave cannons ready, so the Boldo might not be long for this world. Metal weapon. Let's try hitting its main body. So I think from here I can hit it, because the Grace Note is so long range. Yes. And our warhead will also hit it with its wave cannon. Split wave. The warhead's giant AoE on its wave cannon is really great. Between that, its naturally high speed and its ability to desync, the warhead is a really good unit. And now the game thinks we're winning. However, the enemy's bow gun is still charged, so let's put a stop to that. There we go. Okay, this is going well. Oh, it's one of the cyber turds. The Nozari Biocarrier. Medium-sized biofortress capable of storing units to repair and resupply, and has a decoy function. So it could be a decoy as well. Oh right, this guy got hit by the Sexy Jellies kamikaze, so he's going to need to retreat for repairs. Well, that's what the transport is here for. Actually, I think it might be time to let it make a decoy. Don't know if the decoy will be able to join the fight and be helpful, but it won't hurt to make it at this point. Alright. Go ahead and use a desync sonar to see if there's anything else we have to deal with. Not that I can see. Principality. How far can you move? Alright, go ahead and attach to your force then. And it looks like if I detach it here, the force might be able to go beat up on that Gaines. Yes, it can. Should finish it, I think. Oh, maybe not. It has 78 hit points left. 1 hit point. That always drives me nuts when they survive with single-digit hit points, but what can you do? Oh, my destroyer can't really get any further from here, farther. Well, if you have no targets, then just use a desync shot. Oh. Interesting. It hit these rock walls with its desync shot. I use like synced, you know, desynced asteroids. What's the deal with that? How bizarre. I did notice that those hexes had weird coloration on them. I guess it means that they're desynced. Maybe I could have created another opening to go through if I realized that earlier and fired a desync shot at them. Alright, your move, Bido. It's looking promising. I may lose my one force this turn, that's okay. No, he's firing at my warhead. Didn't do much damage to it. Noticed a distortion, found an enemy unit. Okay. Spawn with Bido Fluid. With 1 hit point, we should kill it. Excellent. And now it's firing the Boldo laser at my warheads again. And here comes the little Rebo. Really going for my warhead hard. Considering it attacked it so heavily, it only managed to destroy 2 of the fighters in that squadron. I would say I'm definitely coming out ahead in this exchange. Oh wow, even the cyber turd is getting in on the action. Fire contact missiles. Wow, focused that hard on that squadron and still couldn't kill it. Okay, that would be the desynced unit then. A Mad Thicket. Is this my flagship? It is. Oh, that could be bad. Decoy, help me. My flagship is under attack by an enemy ambush. So, you were the desynced unit that I hit, eh? I did hurt it with that desync shot, so that was unintentionally great. I didn't even realize what I was doing. Fighter with a plant-like appearance able to heal itself. Fine laser, wall laser, whip laser, ivy wave. Thanks to its ivy force. Okay. Now, if I destroy the enemy's flagship, we don't need to worry about any of this. First, we have to get this bio carrier out of our way. Can't quite get at the enemy Boldo. Not its core, anyway, which is what I care about. We're making short work of its ads. Warhead is going to struggle to get back to a transport for repairs a bit, isn't it? It could desync to speed it up, though. Let's do that. Now that's an escape. Now, while it would suck to lose my POW armor, we fail the mission if I lose my transport, my flagship, I mean. On the other hand, I have a warhead ready to go. So that'll help with defense. Let's try to finish off the Mad Thicket. Good. Alright. So we've got one enemy force, we've got a warhead ready to deal with it. Let's try to move our transport back a bit. The enemy force should not be able to one-shot the transport, so that'll be okay. We can move the destroyer back to help deal with it as well, so the situation, I would say, is handled. Aid me, Hraesvelgr. .30 fuel on Grace Note is plenty. Moving forward, detach its force. And I don't know if that's a real enemy Bido POW armor or if it's a decoy trying to come down to blow up in my face, but I'm going to send my force to deal with it. Okay, it's a real one, because it has a Vulcan. I'm always surprised by how much damage my forces take from enemy counterfire. Alright, help finish off this Boldo. Finally, yeah, I'll send my POW armor back just to give the force another target to consider, other than my flagship. And let's see if there's anything down here. There is not. The enemy opposition was not much in this map, it seems. Oh, their Ivy Force is going for My flagship, I think. It didn't take the bait of any of the other things I surrounded it with. Yeah, pretty solid amount of damage. It could 3-shot my flagship then, but it will not get that chance. Makes sense it would hate the Principality, since the Principality is an anti-Bido weapon. Alright, so we obviously need to put a stop to this before we lose our flagship. I kind of needed you to not miss there. You know? I kind of needed you to not miss. That was really bad. I could just detonate my decoy on it, too, in which case maybe I should just leave my Jormungandr where it is. Maybe I can finish it this turn. Maybe. You're struggling to get anywhere. The standard force is not long for this world, it seems. At 18 hit points. I guess go for the beam cannon? We don't want that charging up. Now, can you actually hit anything? You can hit the beam cannon. Would rather you were able to hit the core of the enemy ship, but this'll do, I suppose. Didn't even destroy it. Didn't even do much damage. Well, there are only 3 fighters left in that squadron, I suppose. Can you target the ship core? Yes. $17 hit points left. Can we finish it? It's up to you, Cross the Rubicon. I think photon torpedoes should be able to do 17 points of damage, so I think this is over. We learned what enemy desynced units look like on the map. And we win. That'll be something useful to know for the future. And it makes the Hraesvelgr that much more useful, because it can attack desynced units. Wow, so that was so much easier than the previous mission. It's just totally incomparable. That was a completely reasonable mission. I'm very relieved. So it's not that the Fort Garrod mission was kicking the difficulty up to a permanently high plateau. It looks like it really was just a wall or a difficulty spike. That's great. That means I can continue having fun with new missions going forward. Because yeah, that one was fine. I mean, that was not terribly difficult, really. Nice. We got Soldier's Letter. Letter drifting in the combat zone, maybe for a family left behind. What can we build with this Soldier's Letter? The Bido herd was repelled and vanished from this area. In the vicinity of the base, we started investigating the A-class Bido. I thought a little about the Bido as we are approaching Saturn. Do the Bido possess a will? Are Bido able to feel emotions? I don't want to think of them. I'll ask, do the Bido possess a will? If so, why would they attack the human race in herds? After pondering about the Bido, I tried to sort out my lingering questions about Granzella from the last mission. When Fort Garrod was retaken, Granzella lost its primary military base. The rebellion against the Coalition should be weakened by this, but a truce is still unlikely. I wonder what their goal could be. I mean, don't they have a stated goal? Isn't it basically independence from the Earth Coalition? I decided to stop thinking about Granzella to concentrate on the next mission. I will save my progress. Quiet phone. Whatever you're buzzing about, I do not care. Boy, Hiroko's basically just straight up our fangirl at this point. Let's see. What have my decisions done to alter my psychographic? I am slightly more toward devoted now. And I think I'm one tiny step more toward bold rather than wary. I'm guessing that was as a result of me saying that my instinct was to attack the Bido. That would make sense, I think. Can I build anything new? Hiroko didn't say I can build anything new, so I don't think I can. I mean, I don't know why you gain the ability to build new units from a soldier's letter, but it makes me wonder what the point of that spoils is. Oh wait, hold up. Did we get the ability to build something new? When did I gain the ability to build this craft mod 2? What the heck is this? Unit info. Unit with increased resource load capacity, able to transport, salvage, repair, supply, and occupy. Unsuitable for narrow places, though. I don't know how worth it is, because it takes up more hexes. And it can't really do anything that the craft is unable to do, as far as I'm aware. Sure, it can store more resources, but that's not a big deal, really. And I think that the craft already has all those functions. Occupy, repair, fill, salvage, set. Yeah, so I think it's actually not worth building. Because it wouldn't be able to squeeze into some narrow places, which, as we've seen, is actually really important sometimes. Alright, next mission is True Nightmare. Wow, what a name. As I said, I'm quite relieved that that mission was as simple as it was, since it means that I'm not going to get my butt completely kicked by every single mission going forward. So, next up is going to be Mission 14, True Nightmare. I'll see you then.